What's good? What's going on, everybody? You already know who this is, and it's definitely your favorite soulful child. Yeah. Shark come back to you once again here at the P.E.G podcast. That's positive energy generation. We're not just a family, but we are a movement. We're here to inspire you, pushing you forward, bringing all types of artists, public figures around the world to inspire you. And you know I'm always in my bag, and I had to go get this avid entrepreneur. I'm talking about she is dope, man. When it comes to creating magazines, create her own company, helping other businesses. So she's gonna show you exactly how to do it too. So you gotta dive into it. So I'm gonna go ahead and introduce my girl, Kandice Sherril in the building.
What's up?
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, pretty good.
That's good. That's good. You having a good day?
Good day so far. Can't complain.
That's what all it's about. You can't complain. We here for another day, and we get to sit down and tap more into you. So I'm so excited. Before we get started, if y'all are just being nosy, you already know I'm gonna say pause, follow right now, follow, okay, right now. All right, cool. And I'm not giving her social media out to the end. So now you got to stay. Sorry. Oops, but not sorry. Okay. So, hey, like I said, she's an avid entrepreneur. She's been in the grind. She got her own magazine, her own company, and a card game. So, hey, you like playing cards, bro. You like getting crazy. You got to dive into it. She also created this toolbox for entrepreneurs. So we're actually gonna dive into it. I don't want to spoil it, but we're gonna dive into it. We're gonna talk about it and see how did she actually get onto this journey. So let's start off like this. Tell everybody about yourself and how you actually became this avid entrepreneur.
All right. So I am a mother, wife. I'm outgoing, low key, shy at the same time. People don't know that about me. But I'm a little too caring at times, but I've learned, sometimes you gotta love people from a distance.
Yeah.
You know, I'm all of that. I'm open-minded, different. I take charge and I hop on new opportunities, all that different stuff. And that's kind of where I got to where I am today. But in all honesty, how I became an avid serial entrepreneur is because my dad was a serial entrepreneur.
Hey, shout out
Yeah,
to Pops.
yeah. Well, he's passed on, but he opened his own nightclub here in Waco. It's called Chocolate City. He had his own construction company. All so I kind of just was the one out of 6 kids. I was the one that fell in his footsteps of taking on the entrepreneur journey.
Hey, that's cool. You got you a guardian angel for life that's watching over you. He's gonna continue to guide you, and that is so dope. To have a nightclub called Chocolate City, I should be there because I'm chocolate. I should be there. I should have been there. All right, number one chocolate. That's how I feel. But that's cool. So you saw your dad actually dive into being a serial entrepreneur, and it actually encouraged you when you actually started to jump out there because you sent in your bio and when I was going over it, you talked about how you first started off decorating, getting into choreography of events. All right, I can't say that word. I'm country. So choreography or choreographic.
Coordinated.
Yeah, coordinated. Thank you. Help me out. I'm country. So coordinated events. So how was that experience when you first started? You jumped out there when you started doing it.
Oh, it taught me a lot of lessons. It was called Candy Creations. I started back in 2011, right after high school and everything. And I used to do the party favors, the candy cakes. I used to have the costume characters like Mickey Mouse and stuff, go out to the parties and stuff.
Yeah.
And, I did gift baskets, all that. And I miss it sometimes because, I could have really scaled that and it would have been like way bigger now. So I do look back on stuff like that, but it did definitely taught me a lot of lessons with taxes and stuff like that. So
I done learned that part, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't want to be owing taxes. No.
Right.
But that's cool. If you first start off, that's one lesson I feel like all entrepreneurs should learn, that how to be able to tax their business and tax it properly. So the fact that you learned that, you was like ahead of the game already, so that's really cool. And again, you had those footsteps from your dad. You watched them create so many avenues, and it was just like second nature for you. So that's actually cool. I really think that's dope. You've been an inspiration to a lot of us. So as you expressed, like I said, that you always wanted to write. That's what you talked about. You always been a writer. You always had the passion to write. So you became an an author in 2015. How was that experience from being wanting to be a writer to now being an author?
Right. So I was writing since kid, I used to write these like mystery stories and things like that. And I guess as I got older, I never finished one. I never finished a story. And so in 2015, that was after I had my first daughter, and I had finally got a business degree. Got my first degree, and so I told myself as a goal as well, like I need to go ahead and finish this book. Like I just picked a story, I'm gonna finish this book. And I think the biggest thing with people who want to write is they don't finish writing. They don't finish writing. Yeah, or they are scared of what people will think about what you wrote because yeah, being me, like people would have never thought, like I write urban fiction books. So yeah, people would have never thought I would have wrote that. Like some people read it now, like, oh my gosh, that Kandice, but but yeah, I just love it. I love the creative field, taking little pieces of your own life and you can put in a story and, just creating. So
yeah, just being in your creative mode. Was that scary? Like you said, people was looking at you like, wow, I didn't know she was gonna write that. That's kind of crazy. So you start writing on urban fiction. Was that, like you said, it was scary, but when you did it, how did you feel? Because that's a passion of yours. So I feel like when you're not doing your passion, you're sleeping on yourself. So how did you waking up and stop sleeping on yourself? So when you actually did that and you saw the feedback, how did you actually feel?
I was proud of myself. I was proud, like most of the reviews are 5 stars and everything. It was just those instances where you're in person with somebody like my mother-in-law and my like at the time I was working for a company and someone told my boss about it. And he was, oh, I read your book. It was so, but he loved it. Like I could just feel my face just hot and just like, oh my gosh, But yeah, it was a great experience. You have to get past people because everybody's not going to like your work.
Yeah.
So, you can't please everyone. I would definitely say that to any aspiring writers. Like, everybody's not going to like what you do, and it's not for them to like. And, you can't please everybody. And once you get over that, you'll be fine. So,
thanks. That's crazy. That's dope. I'm glad you was able to see people react to it off that. Actually knocked away some of those fears that you had, those doubts that you had, because you jumped out there for once to write your first ever published book. So now you're becoming an author, and then you're getting good feedback. And then you're also accepting that not everybody's gonna like it. Why urban fiction though?
No, I think what inspired me was Sister Soldier. Like everybody knows about, the coldest winter ever, stuff like that. And I read that when I was younger. I haven't read it again since I was older. Some people say it's like a different look on the book now if you read it when you're older. But I just never went back to read it. But that has inspired me to actually finish out urban fiction instead of like the teenage mystery books that I used to write.
Oh, hey, that's dope. I like writing too. So I do agree with you. You said most writers, they don't finish writing. I promise you, I'm one of them. I should probably finish, and I have every excuse in the world why I have not finished. And it's more like you said, the fear of how people will think and this and the third. But like just listening to you, it inspires me to like, yo, you gotta go ahead and put that out so I can see like the feedback from it. And you never know, like you said, you never know what type of feedback you have, and not everybody's gonna like it. So you're gonna not only inspire me, but so many other authors around the world. If people wanted to actually tap into that urban fiction book, what is it called and where can they get it from?
So it's the first one is Swiftly Taken. The sequel to that one is called Motive, but it is on Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, all those
Barnes
places.
and Noble, yo.
Only online. It's not in the store yet, but
I got you. I got you. You know it though. When you hear the know, let's go. You already know. If you gotta get it in Barnes and Noble, oh, it's fire. So y'all better go check that out. I'm gonna go check it out because I like to read. So I'm definitely gonna go check it out. And then support my girl, man. If you don't, you're lame. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna let you know. You're lame, and I'm gonna call you a square and you a hater. So that's what it is. Go check out her books, and you also have more books that you'll be coming into the forefront. So I'm looking forward to that project, and keep writing, man. We need that as well. We need writers that's listening to go ahead and write. So hopefully they're inspired by you to go ahead and write. You are doing a lot of things. You hold a lot of hats. And I know for a fact when you're like holding a lot of hats as an entrepreneur, it gets overwhelming. You try not to always think about yourself, but you're in that giving mode, but you leave yourself out sometimes. So you created this toolbox which you felt that entrepreneurs needed, called applying the pressure. You got to apply pressure, right? So why
Right.
do you feel like entrepreneurs need this toolbox, and how could it be beneficial to them?
So in the toolbox is quite a few things. You know, you got your business credit startup tips. You got a journal / workbook. You got like, did you know facts, like stuff that I've learned along my way and actually experienced myself that people really don't know about. That they, those loopholes or what people try to hide and don't want to give game on,
Yeah.
that type of thing. So all of that's in there. It's like a notebooks, a pamphlet of different networking tips, things like that. So I just feel like any entrepreneur, whether you've already began or you're aspiring to be an entrepreneur, you should definitely get the box. It's
You
only
should
$50,
definitely.
but it's a whole lot of value in it.
They should definitely do that. First of all, if your credit is jacked up off the rip, you need to go invest in it. Because when you hear credit, most people like, oh, I get anything. No, if you go credit is like 500 below, you need to go tap into that toolbox. Okay, she got the sauce, she got the blueprint. And I thank you for actually throwing that into the box, because so many people they give you the sauce, like, oh, you should do this for your credit, but they leave out so much of what you could do. And it leaves you in a whim, like, oh, you can remove this off your credit, but then next thing you know, it's like, that's an illegal way to do it. So the fact that you gave that sauce off the bat, I feel like that's beneficial for entrepreneurs, because you need to get your credit together. I like it. And you provided a journal, so you got to write it down.
And once you purchase the box, you get in a secret group that I have on Facebook. So if you have any questions, or if you need to reach out, if you don't understand anything, I'm right there.
Yeah, like a back pocket friend. You feel me? You just pull you out of my back pocket. All right. I like that. So you're not only just getting a toolkit or a toolbox, but you're getting a mentor, a person that's been through it, and a friend that's gonna be able to be with you. And let's go get it. They sleeping right now. Wake up, wake
Wake
up,
up.
All right. She didn't come to play. My girl Sherril came in and told you, look, this is what I got. Apply the pressure. And if you don't, pressure makes diamonds, right? That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. Pressure makes diamonds. Oh, hey. So you were, like I said, wearing so many hats, so many crowns, and the fact that you're not leaving other entrepreneurs out, you're giving those steps, those tools, the sauce. It has to be overwhelming sometimes, because you're constantly giving, and you have to have ways to pour in your cup. So what is one way you actually pour your cup back through these active services that you're doing?
Oh, I took a whole year off pretty much last year, and we're focused basically on me. Like I really work, even though I did do another project, but the main factor was focusing on me. I really didn't do a lot of branding for other people. I didn't really do any of that. So I just had to, like, no, you gotta focus back on you. Like I can't continue to just help everybody else and pour into everybody else and not water my own.
Yeah, it's draining, it's draining, because then you start to lose that creativity mode.
Yes.
Faith in yourself. And one thing I learned about myself, and what I learned about a lot of entrepreneurs, is they are creators. They like to create. And if they don't have that feeling within themselves to create, they press, they have anxiety. And I'm sure a lot of people that are listening, I'm pretty sure they go through it, but they feel like they're alone, they feel like entrepreneurs don't go through anxiety. But this is not like 9 to 5. It's not something that you like tomorrow. I may not make money today, and then the next 2 weeks I may make a lot of money.
Yeah, exactly.
I prepare for the months that's coming up. So it's like I'm making my own revenue. So again, thank you for being the person that's giving the actual sauce. Actual sauce, man. Like, nobody is doing that. Do you feel me? Nobody is doing that. And I really do appreciate you putting that out there for entrepreneurs. And if you're starting to jump out there on your business, or you need to have a friend, she's right here. It's so many people saying they're here for you. And like she said, she got a group chat. So you gotta go ahead and purchase that box, dog. Go ahead and purchase that box.
No more game for free.
That was the only game you get for free. Now you gotta go purchase it. You feel me? So definitely show some support. You actually said something that struck me there. That your toolkit, that you got so much things that'll be able to be beneficial. And you also talked about how you're able to build the business in a legal way, because some people actually don't know the steps to actually take to actually solidify their business. So without giving up too much sauce, you feel me? What would be 3 things that you feel would be beneficial for entrepreneurs to know when it comes to building their business the legit way?
So I would say, I wrote a few things down, but I'll say, like, do your due diligence. I see a lot of false information going around on social media all the time. I would definitely say, if you hear anybody, if you read something, Google's free too. Google's free. So you can, what you
Yes.
see, you better go run to Mr. Google and read up on it yourself. Like, people are lazy. That's the thing. Like,
Yes.
you're not doing your due diligence. Like, I can't. If I tell you one thing, and then you decide, oh, over here they making money, like, because a lot of people fake show money,
Yeah.
that type of deal. They go look, listen to this person. Meanwhile, this person asking for your personal information so they can,
Man,
it's a lot. It's a lot.
you preaching. I'm telling you, you preaching.
It's a lot. But I'm to the point now, like, all right, either you go invest in yourself with this and I can help you along the way, or that's on you. That type of deal. The other two, yeah, and like the other things, I really didn't write anything to actually scale the business. I feel like when you scaling your business, you need to know the basics.
Yeah.
Like, the EIN is very basic. Like, once you grab that, people believe you got to pay for that. No, it's free. Then you see a lot of false information going around about limited liability company, LLC, and it's $50. No, it's not. It goes by state. Okay, it's by state.
By
We're in
state. Yeah, it does. It may be $50 over there where they at, but it may be $200 over here with other requirements to it. So, like you said,
exactly.
You got information.
Exactly. It's quite a bit. I just say, really do your due diligence and research. Back to that, because that's just like the biggest thing to me. And the other thing is, like, basically never seek validation from someone else. If you have a vision for what you want to do in the entrepreneur journey, like, you don't have to seek validation unless you're in like a partnership or something, or like a group or anything like that. But that's pretty much it with that.
Those are 3 powerful little tips there. I think, because again, being an entrepreneur myself, I really think that people should know that, because I've heard and seen false information myself, and it's like, you don't, like, for instance, I teach stocks, teach people how to read stocks, and I have an academy called Church State Academy, where we don't focus on just making money, but we focus on mastering the mind to master the market, because it's a people behavior market. And most people don't know that. They feel like, oh, this is what controlling the market, this is controlling the market, and it's really just emotions. And if you don't know yourself, you can lose a lot of money behind it. And I hear people say the craziest thing, like, somebody told me Robinhood was a broker, and I'm like, huh? You can look that up. Like you said, you can go look that up on Google, and you could be like, type in, is Robinhood a broker? And it's going to tell you, no, it's an app, or
it's an app. Yeah.
The app. Give me your Cash App information. It's like, huh? Just send me that little link in your Cash App. And then a lot of people don't know, Joe, that's like giving up your bank account information. Why would you copy and paste your Cash App information? You don't even do that when you sending money to people. I'm just saying, if I want to send money to you, I'm only going to ask you for your name. I'm never going to ask you for that little copy and paste. So, like you said, you got to know where the information is being misled, because I can tell you anything if you're being confused about where the money is being made from. And that's what a scam is. I like to tell people, a scam is when you're skillfully being confused about how the money is being made. Because once you know the true facts, you be like, that's a lie. When you said about the EIN, you was like, it's free. I'm like, it really is. And I don't know why you paying for it. Like, I didn't pay anything for my EIN. I just went and applied. And I didn't pay anything for it. But most people are coming out of pocket $100, $200, because somebody said I can help you, not knowing that, they're ripping you off. You should never be able to give that, because you got to give valid information to be able to get that EIN. So I know for a fact, if y'all giving out that much information, you might well just go ahead, write me your account number, and get that money out. You feel me? So, like,
get it on over.
Give me here. Just give me your bank account. I ain't lying to you. I'm just saying, give me here. Give it here, because that's what you're doing. You're giving away the sauce. So you are really being a really good entrepreneur by doing that, because it's hard when you're out here telling the truth and so many people out here telling a lie.
Mm-hmm.
So hard because, like you said, people want that quick money, and
Yeah.
they listen to the quick money. Then the people that's taking their time to explain it to you.
Yeah.
And it's crazy, right? That's
Yeah.
like, well, let me go cheat off this test, and you sitting by the smart dude, not knowing he don't even want to try today, so he gonna fail. And all you had to do was study. Like all you
Yeah,
had,
exactly.
that's all you had to do.
That quick money gonna go quicker or just not come back to you. I don't know.
Hey, you said a mouthful right there. Either way it goes, it's gonna leave your pocket. It's not gonna stay with you because it came too fast. It come too fast, right? So continue to do that. Continue to push forward, because people like you are being overlooked. They're like me and you, because we're giving the true information, and they're lazy. They don't even want to go on Google. Like you said, Google is free. YouTube University is free. I like to say that all the time. I'm like, YouTube, I can learn how to make anything on YouTube. Like children are making all type of stuff just off of YouTube, building games, becoming developers. So it's like, if I want to learn how to sew, I can go to YouTube. I want to learn how to build my business the right way, I can go to YouTube, and I can invest into Kandice box, and I'm going step by step, and I'm like, oh, I got more information that's lining up with each other, instead of listening to information somebody over here, and I'm like, oh, they made $1,000 off of that today. Why would you want to make $1,000 today off of that, and you have no idea what you're talking about?
Exactly.
So, yeah. Hey, you put a mouthful out there, so if they don't want it, you can't make the horse drink from the water. That's all I said.
Just lead them to it.
If they gonna get thirsty and die, bro, you thirsty and die right by the water. That is so crazy, So I like that. And above all the other things that you're doing, giving out this free information, the gems, because you got to go dive more into the toolbox to get more information. So just giving out the good information, showing people how to do it, being this entrepreneur with so many hats. You've also been able to create your own company, right? Your own company, your own magazine. So let's actually talk about it. You are also the owner of the magazine company called Diamond Elites. All right. And that's dope. Like I said, pressure makes diamonds. So why did you decide to create a magazine company? And how can this benefit entrepreneurs like me and like you?
So I started Diamond Elite Magazine and Company. So I was already into creating like the digital flyers and all that type of stuff. And I just felt like it went with the theme. Like, I'm already a writer. It's in the literary world. So, and I'm an entrepreneur. So I made a magazine for entrepreneurs that can get at a cheap rate for like ad space. And then you have, I set up a thing where it's like the exposure. So it's digital and physical. So I was having the physical copies go to different places for free, basically. I'll send like 2 or 3 copies, like to like salons and like small boutiques, independent establishments, basically. And so how I had it is that, because I'm trying to restructure it now, but how I had it was, once you go into the salon, you're sitting there waiting to get serviced or whatever, and you pick that magazine up, and I have it to where if you see any business that you like and you want to do business with or you want to purchase from, you take a picture of it and of the information, you reach out to them, just like that.
Ooh, so that's really cool. Magazines are not like people don't really focus on magazines these days. So the fact you were like, hold on, let me take it and put it in your face, because you always got your phone. You always got your phone. You don't walk around with a book because people don't want to read that book these days. But I know you're gonna open your phone. So the fact you thought about that in the most creative way, and you took it and you put it in the face where the device is right there, that's dope. Because I would have never thought about taking a magazine and making it digital. Never thought about that. And it's amazing because you said, I'm going to give this back to entrepreneurs, business minded people like salons and people like that, so I could be able to connect the world with them. Because we need to know where the salon is if I need to go get my hair done. I need to know how to go get that barbershop. I need me a little Chris line. I'm gonna go to a magazine. I'm gonna see the reviews. I'm gonna see what she say, because it's credible. So hey, pressure make diamonds. That's all. That's all I would say. Pressure make diamonds. So you say you was in the middle of recreating, right? So what are some new things, if you can say, what are some new things that you're looking to bring into the magazine to revamp it?
So basically, I'm looking more towards people who are on not like the basic level, like on another type of level, doing different things. Like this issue that just came out is from a woman who who she didn't just do it, but she created her own vodka. So
Vodka?
Vodka.
Ooh.
And so I thought that was really dope and different. So that's who I placed on the front cover. And basically, I actually have to send out another email campaign today, but I'm getting more back into sending my email blasts and stuff like that. So it's just little stuff like that. It's just not really revamping, I guess. It's just restructuring.
Restructuring.
But, yeah.
We got a new vodka out there. About to get a lot of people lit right now. Because of you, a whole lot of people about to get lit right now.
They can get a little lit, not too much on me. Not too
much. I just introduce you to it. Whatever you do after is yours.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I know you. But that's cool. That's real cool because without you, so many more people wouldn't be connected to that. You know, so hey, go check out the magazine. Y'all want to stay tapped into my girl because she got so much going on. And I love it. I love what you're doing. I know, like I said, as an entrepreneur, it takes time to do that. Digitally, it takes time. That's like a frustrating thing to me, doing stuff digitally. Taking time to see what software works the best and compatible to what you're trying to do. So the fact that you're taking time and going through all these psychological roller coasters, you're being an example to so many people. And you know, you walk around smiling so bright, like your energy is so transferable, like it just brings so much light to the world. And I love it. I love it, man. Keep doing that. Keep doing. We need that here. We do.
Yeah.
You also talked about again being a writer. You started your magazine company, and you also created the toolbox. So you're still writing. Also did a lot of things as far as like being the first author in 2015. Now writing other books, helping other people, other businesses. Let's talk about the collective group that you are part of when it comes to writing. What is, the collective writers group, and why it is so important that you want to share with so many people?
So the collective writers group began last year in March. It was actually someone by the name of Abdul Sese, who basically he made a post on Facebook. It was in another type of writing group or whatever. And this is so crazy because I'm never in the group. I never even see that group to this day. For some reason, I saw this post. I saw this post, and what he was trying to do, basically bring together writers that are like-minded but still have their own, different various visions and everything with writing. And it was like probably 8 people at first. Now it's only 4, and we're the ones who actually stayed together the entire year and wrote out an entire script for a TV series. Wow. That's actually about to begin filming the 28th of this month. Yeah. Yeah, so it's pretty dope. It's really exciting. So, I've never worked with a team, so it was very different with me. I've always done stuff like solo, that type of deal. But it's been a very good experience because I learned from them as well, because some of them were already in that industry of film production and things like that. So I'm learning a whole nother side to everything.
Script writing is something intense. I am not gonna lie. To even hear, you have to write the audio of it, you have to write the visual of it, and that's something that I had to learn too. Because that's what I do with my master's. I learned how to do media and communication, right? So it's so crazy. Like you said that, I understand. At first, if you had told me that 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I'd be like, what are you talking about? Script? Right, what script? But like, even when you're doing videos, like music videos, you have to have an idea, you have to have a theme, you got to come up with a script. So the fact that you are learning how to do that with other people, I commend you, because I know for a fact it frustrates me. We had to really sit down and think about our first video I did with my bro KT the Great. Shout out to KT the Great. And I was like, okay, where we gonna go with this? And the producer was like, no, you need to have it like this, like this, like this. And I'm like, oh my God, there's so much that goes on behind just writing before it hit the screen that most people don't even understand while they're watching that movie, how long those writers sat in that room and went back and forth, bouncing out. Yes. Came up with something, and sometimes they be arguing with each other, trying to come up with the right ideas. So that is good, man. Like, that is good. Let everybody know the name of that film. And if you can, let everybody know the name of the film, because I'm going to tap in. I'm going to let everybody tap in. I'm going to shout you out. So let everybody know what's the name of that film so we can stay tuned to it.
Yeah, so it's called Blindsided. We're starting out with 6 episodes for a TV series or whatever. Shout out to Abdul, Naka, and Brittany on the team. We all brought our different ideas together and came up with that. We had to sit down, make sure this last episode made sense for all the rest of the episodes, like all that type of stuff, back and forth deal. So it's pretty cool experience. So I'm looking forward to everything with it.
Oh, keep going. I say you like you said, the avid entrepreneur. You got like wear so many hats, so many crowns, but you are definitely an inspiration to me. And hopefully whoever's listening right now, if you're a writer, tap into my girl, man. She got the souls. I mean, I wish I had some help. I went through a psychological warfare with myself. I needed you at that time. I was like, Dad, where you was at? You feel me? All these ideas. So how can other entrepreneurs that wants to write, that has that passion, how can they get started into their business? Like, what would you say would be the first thing they should do?
I would definitely say just begin writing. Finish what you're writing. Get somebody to do your covers. You know, writing is really, it's I don't want to say it's the easiest part, because it's really not, because you have to finish it first to get to everything else. But then what comes after that, you have to do the promotion for it. You have to, you know, it's a lot. When I first started out with Swiftly Taken, and back then, I did some research before I even launched it. Like, you have to have a good, like a date of when you want to start promoting it, to launch date, to, okay, how am I going to actually reach these different people? So what I did, I shouldn't even be giving this up right now. But so what I did,
free game. Hey, that's that free game.
So what I did is I did some research on Amazon. I went in my category, urban fiction, and I looked at the top reviewers. I found these reviewers on Facebook and reached out to them. Some of them, you know, they didn't respond, and the other ones, they were like, sure, gift it to me and stuff like that. So basically those were legit. I knew it was legit reviews because they didn't know me.
Yeah.
You know, they could have said this book sucks. Like,
they could have.
You
They're
know?
like, y'all, this is right now. Throw it away.
Yeah, but they didn't say that. They gave good pointers and things like that. And that made me know, like, okay, it's not just people that know me just saying, oh, this, you know, it's a good book, 5 stars. It's somebody that don't even know me and was being what's it called? Honest, you know?
Yeah. They're just giving you the real, like not even sugarcoating. Like they could have told you, like, throw this away. This is trash. We don't want this out there. But but like you said, they didn't know you, so they really didn't have no loyalty to you. It was all honesty and transparency right there. That's dope.
Right.
That's dope. Yep. Hey, you giving out too much sauce, man. They can't handle it. They cannot handle the sauce right now. They cannot. All right, so for all the people that's what you got there?
I was gonna say, make sure after you finish that story to copyright it. Copyright the book.
Time. I don't even think they heard you. Say that one more time.
Copyright it. I believe it's copyright.us.gov. Yeah.
Copyright y'all stuff, man. Go copyright y'all stuff, man. That's the only time I'm saying. She said it 4 times. Copyright y'all stuff, okay? Now don't come out here and hit me up and be like, hey, Shar, hey, you told me to copyright and I didn't. I'm gonna be like, well, I did tell you, but I was vouching off of my girl Kandice, so you should have actually listened to her. And I guess you didn't buy the tool either. So hey, she got all the sauce, man. Y'all sleeping. So if people actually want to tap into you, get to know more about you, and writers right now want to tap into you and ask you questions and be a part of what you got going on, how can they go ahead and be a part of you? I'm gonna let you get the social media on now.
All right, so Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, all the same handle, at Kandice Sherril, and that's KANDICE SHERRIL. You can go to KandiceSherril.com. You can go to DiamondLeafMagazine.com. So
out there, use Google.
Yeah,
use Google, people. That's the biggest search engine in the world besides YouTube. Yo, literally the #1 search engine in the world besides YouTube. Go search it up. You can go type in YouTube and Google gonna tell you about her. I'm just throwing y'all some sauce out there. I ain't telling you what to do. I'm just throwing some sauce out there. So make sure y'all tap in on all platforms with my girl. Shout out to you for the things that you're doing. I got a question. I like to ask random questions just to see people smile, laugh, and just see the randomness on people's face. I'm telling you, I ask wild questions, so get ready. It's not that wild. It's not that wild. So what is the laziest thing you ever done in your life? And be honest. Be honest. You a mother, so I know you can be some lazy things with the children. So be honest.
Oh yeah. You know, people always say, you know, wake up early and get some money early, stuff like that. I will if I'm not doing nothing, I'm gonna sleep all day. if I have
That
nothing,
worm.
if I have nothing planned, I will lay in my pajamas and watch Law and Order.
Hey,
SVU.
and if I'm not, look, she ain't answer your phone call. Just know she's in the bed watching Law and Order right now. Hey, that's my mom's favorite one. Like, I know if she's not texting me back, she's watching Law and Order. I'm like, watching all night. Yeah, because she ain't gonna text me back. She gonna be plugged in. I know. So look, everybody got their lazy days. So if you ain't tapped in with her, if she don't text you back, just wait till Law and Order is over. Don't take it offensive. She's watching TV right now. She's being late. Yeah. That's cool. Before we actually get off this thing, and we because it's been a blessing to be on with you. I want to continue to inspire people, keep motivating people, because motivation is like a daily bath, but inspiration is what you are every day as a leader. So if you can inspire someone with a word or a few words, and you can inspire them for the rest of your life by saying one thing, what would it be in 15 seconds? Go.
I would say once you overcome the spirit of fear and being uncomfortable in a good way, you'll know that you're on the right path.
That's that fear again. That's that fear again. You got to get over it. Fear is the biggest thing that would be blocking your blessing. I swear. I would tell this story and I'll let everybody go. Look, I am not a person that likes height. I am terrified of heights. Even on the plane, I would close my eyes and I would just think about it. I would drug myself. I'm just telling y'all the truth. I would drug myself a NyQuil when I get on the plane and go to sleep, just to not remember the ride. That's how scared of heights I am. But I went on this hiking trip and it was a bridge. I had to get across the bridge. I'm like, yo, this bridge is high. And it wasn't like a stable bridge, like it was like one of them wiggly bridges with the logs under it. And I'm like, what if I fall in the water? I'm talking about all type of things. I'm like, nope, I don't even want to go there. So my friends are all over there on the other side. My wife is on the other side. She's like, come on. I'm like, nah, I can't. I don't want her looking at me like I'm weak. Everybody else is on that side. I got to get over there. So I actually decided to go on the bridge and I'm walking. I heard a crack, like, and I'm like, oh. I look back, I'm halfway. Either I could turn around, run back, or I could go that far. I was like, all right, suck it up, walking forward. And what I did not know was how beautiful it was on the other side. All right, how beautiful it was on the side. And I'm gonna leave you guys with that. You never know how beautiful it is on the other side of your fear. So go across that bridge, face your fears, get tapped in with my girl Kandice, and know that we love you here on the P.E.G podcast. So if nobody tell you today, tomorrow, yesterday that they love you, I love you on the P.E.G podcast. My girl Kandice love you on the P.E.G podcast. And continue to live to inspire every day. Let's get it, man. Thank you for coming on to the show.
Thank you for having me,
man. Keep pushing, keep thriving, and we're gonna continue to tell y'all to live to inspire here at the P.E.G podcast. Let's get it, yeah, let's go.